Go.
What's up, YouTube? Skier Bill B3 here. Just got done regionals yesterday, and I played. I call it Teched Out 6 Samurais. The reason why I decided to play 6 Samurais is I feel it was the great meta call, and it sort of was, because I had a high percentage in test playing against Dino Rabbit and Windup, but I really didn't play a lot of the meta. I played 2 Dino Rabbits, and that's all. Everything else wasn't really meta. I ended up losing round 7 due to a misplay. So, yeah, I knocked out a drop from there, because there's no point going on with doing the X3 record. Yes, I heard a couple X3s can get their invite, but I don't worry, I'll invite on X3. So I'm going to say what I played a couple rounds first. Round 1 I played against Macro Rabbit. He opened up the nuts, game 1 and 2. Game 1, I was able to go off, but then he has MCs from a gateway, and then he hit Gramble to finish me off after he restored me. In game 2, he had 5, I opened up bad. I had no back row, he opens up the Rabbit 5 back rows. There's nothing I can do. And then round 2 I played against nobody showed up because it was 10 rounds of Swiss, and I guess he didn't want to play 10 rounds of Swiss, so it was a free win. Round 3 I played against Spellbox, easy win, go Beast, auto win. Round 4 I played against Mermills. Game 1 it's pretty much an auto lose for me. And then game 2 I had D-Fissure, but I moved about 3 Kakamushas, a Grandmaster, and a Heavy Storm, so I made Landois with the Heavy Sword so you couldn't get the Diva playoff. He had a Dark Hole, and I lost from there because I didn't draw anything after that. I was stuck with 3 Kakamushas, pretty much. Round 5 I played against Gravekeepers. It wasn't that hard to match up. Round 6 I played against the Macro Rabbit. I beat that easily. It wasn't hard. And then round 7 Gyugia, where I lost and misplayed, and I could have won it, but I didn't. So let's get into the deck profile. 3 Gegekis. Yes, Maxi and Valor around, but if I go against Macro Rabbit, this is a lot more live, because a lot of people don't like hand traps anymore, and usually they only play 2 hand traps down, it's 2 Valors, so there's a high chance, and a 40, depends on the player, they play 42 card deck, and what's the chance of them having Valor? So Gegeki is pretty good, and if I can't get you off from Musha, I can summon another 6 Samurai and Mego Sensi Beatstick, or just protect him. He's pretty much my rabbit. Then your 3 Kakamushas, your 3 Kizons. I like 2 Grandmasters, so I feel if they balance the 1, I can have another one to back it up, and you can just swarm to feel it easily. And all I like to do is synchro with 1 Kakamusha, 1 Grandmaster, and I can special summon another one, and just go off. And it never clogged. Grandmasters never clogged for me for some reason, that's why I like that too. For the 1-ofs, 1 hand, you gotta run it. For my personal tech, so I'm not playing asceticism, I still like 1 Elder. Reason why is if I go 1 second, I can search him out and make Grandmaster easier, and I don't have to worry about hand traps stopping my Grandmaster plays, and I can make the Cherry Beast with him. He won me a lot of games. Next, for other MV, Elastic Samurai, he's really good, won me a lot of games. Spirit, he's a really good card. You can make Beast with him if he's already in the back row, detach, make Beast if you have to. Or you can just make monsters a high Beast stick, especially Grandmaster become 3000 Beast stick, and your opponent's gonna have a hard time. I'll get rid of the Grandmaster. For I play hand traps, play 2 Maxis, so I feel it's good against, if I go against windups game 1, and it's good against windups. If I'm playing against Dino Rabbit, it's still good, but I usually side it out for game 2. Depends on how I feel, how they're playing the Rabbit deck. And for a surprise factor, no one saw it coming, 1 Cores. This card, you were like, oh, you play Gateway. This card was live all the time, because people usually get rid of Gateway right away. And I just get rid of my Uniteds. And if I have Gateway on board, I'll just, if I have the MST Gateway, because that means if I have new monsters in hand, or if they got rid of my field, Gateway's going to be dead anyway, so I'd rather MST my Gateway to get a good monster on board. This card won me a lot of games. For spells, 1 Gateway, that's obvious. 3 Uniteds. Double Smoke Single with the Rhoda. Another personal attack of mine, because I'm not playing Dojo. I play this over 1 Dojo, is Pot of Avarice. A lot of people didn't see this coming. This card was one of the MVPs, where if I get rid of my Sheen or something, I can just declare everything back and go off and do Sheen again. So it pretty much makes me have 2 Sheens again. So usually when people go warding on Sheen, they're like, oh, I don't have to worry about Sheen anymore. So the Avarice can help you get that play back. And then the other card I like to play over the other Dojo, I forget what else card I put out, like 2 Forbidden Lance. This card helps in the Dino Rabbit matchup, and if you don't have if you hit MST the wrong card, if you go balance something, you can just lance your monster, protect it, and try to go off from there. And then double 1 MST, 1 Monster Reborn. I'm borrowing my friend's deck, and he didn't have Monster Reborn, because I was changing it up, and I was testing it for a while until I realized there was no Monster Reborn, and I was like, who doesn't play Monster Reborn in Yu-Gi-Oh?
Gravekeepers.
Oh yeah, 1 Book of Moon, 1 Dark Hole, and 1 Heavy Storm. Next, double Bombless Trap Hole. I like this over Deep Prison, double Compulse. Reason being, because, like I was saying with Geki, like you do with Down Rabbit, when Down Rabbit play Compulse, where if they go Veil on your Geki, you can just Compulse your Geki back, and then you can reuse it to go off, if you have Gateway and stuff like that. Plus you can Compulse your monsters back and just make Gateway really broken. And with the Compulse, you can bounce their monsters back, like Zemius or something like that, or you can bounce their monster back, keep Geki aboard in some Proclamation next turn, so you don't have to worry about that hand trap like a Veil, if they have 2 Veilers. So Compulse did a lot of work, and it was helpful a lot. One Torrential, a lot of people don't like Torrential, 6 Samurais. I feel that if I lose my board anyway, why not Torrential and stop them going off? Or I'd rather, and sometimes 6 Samurais do draw bad, so if I don't have hands, Torrential could save me. It did save me a lot. Next, one Megatama. I usually side this out. I only like it game 1, depends on the matchup. And then the Assault Brigade. How much time's left?
It's 6 minutes long.
I'm not going to explain the extra deck at all, really. 1 Sheehan, 1 Batiste, 1 Catastor, 1 Barkion, 1 Gaia, 1 Landois, 1 Daredevil.
Explain him. That's the only thing you should explain.
Daredevil, because I feel like he's like a mini Spirit Reaper, because the only way to get rid of him if you clash into him or a spell trap card, because he can now be destroyed by monsters that attack him that are higher than him. So the only way you can get rid of him is by clashing into him. I really like it. He stall a lot against it, and he can win. It's really good against Stein Rabbit. Stein Rabbit has a hard time because if they already have Lagia or something on board, they have to waste clashing with Lagia. So, and it makes Stein Rabbit waste a lot of resources. Next up, 1 Stardust, 1 Scrapdragon, 1 Shockmaster, 1 Butterfly. The card I misplayed on for Geargia. Should have made him, didn't. The card I should have never made against Geargia, 1 Cowboy. I sort of regret. The reason I ran him because he has an ability with the attack mode. I like him more over Jeremiah Pearl. That's the reason why I ran him. I'd be good over stuff. 1 Zemmings, made him a lot. 1 Levier. And last but not least, 1 Leviathan. For a side deck, you guys can be confused on this. My personal attack, 2 Thunder Kings. You're like, well, that hurts you. Well, I like to play control with 6 Samurais. If I have him on board, he can stop a lot, and he was one of my MVPs of the day. And people are like, well, it hurts you. Well, if I have a lot of Rotos in hand, well, I can just play the Rotos to get what I need, and then some Thunder King, or just some Thunder King. The only thing I don't have the Rotos, get rid of that, and then just go off or something like that. They have to waste a lot of resources on the Thunder King, and then when they use those resources on the Thunder King, I will be able to have, they'll have less resources for my big plays. And 2 Thunder King stops a lot. Next up is Snowman Eaters for the Rat matchup, 2 Soul Takers, 3D Fissure, still don't really have to explain those. True Rivalry Warlords. 2 Trap Stunts for this heavy back row decks, and plus, it's this Murmocs that like to roll in with the Sphere, where if you Trap Stun the Sphere, they cannot use spell cards until that Sphere is gone. And last but not least, 2 Shadow Mirrors. Some people are like, oh, why are you in a Shadow Mirror? Because I heard your Sheen. A lot of people understand that the Gravekeepers and the Zectors are a pain in the butt, and Zectors is your worst matchup. So I'd rather them have no effects, and I'd rather have and she not have effect, or them having Sheen effect, and them having their Zector pop it. I'd rather have the Shadow Mirrors to negate that stuff. So yeah, that's the deck. Hope you guys like it, and that's all I have for today. Peace, YouTube.